a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, August 5th. We've got Major League Baseball action to cover here on the show today, as well as WNBA tonight. We've got a full 5-game card here, or a good 5-game card tonight to cover in the WNBA. The games are heating up in the Ladies League, and we'll try to find some other sports here to discuss as well on Tuesday. Thank you for joining me here on the show. Say hello to everyone in the chat and then get rolling with our previews here. We've got some great games lined up and some great action from last night as well. Hello to everyone here in the chat today. Hello to Sean here. Hey, Jimmy's here to start us off today. Cash Kane is here today as well. Hello and good morning to Blue as well. Robert Mack is in, ready to go. Irish King as well. Andrew Kane, he's here. Andrew K here today. Let's get it right. And let's see who else. Here's Nuke today. Hello to Nuke. Hey, everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Zach Hatton is here today as well, and good crowd here in the chat as we get rolling here. Nuke's ready for some soccer action tonight. And how about the Brewers keep rolling? How about some of the teams from yesterday? We've got some steam coming in here right away to get rolling. In fact, there was some WNBA steam that came in just before we hit the airwaves just seconds ago. It was the LA Sparks taking the action here from the Sharps. It looks like here this morning, the line had creeped up here a little bit, even snuck in a 2 in there, and then now the Sparks are taking the action here against the Fever tonight, and the Fever are down to 1.5, maybe even 1, still without Caitlin Clark, but the Sparks were taking the action here just a short time ago. Also, just moments ago, the Pittsburgh Pirates took the steam in their matchup today with the Pittsburgh Pirates, with the Giants. Pittsburgh taking the steam here against the Giants. Man, the Giants were as high as $1. Oh, I want to say even as high as $1.60 overnight, but now they're down to $1.33, $1.32 at some of the sharp books as Pittsburgh's all the way down to $1.20 as the Giants continue to fumble and stumble around, and sharps maybe want to take Pittsburgh here today. All right, let's see who else is joining us and ready to go, and let me just cover some of the action from yesterday with our sports money picks and all of our picks from the show as well, and recap some of the action here. Thank you for being with us. And we talked about Pittsburgh. We had the Pirates here yesterday on the show in that 5-4 win yesterday over the Giants. It wasn't all sad for the Giants in the game. I mean, they were in the game there, but Sawinski, he had the 2-run home run again. He keeps playing well, and the Giants lost to the Bucks 5-4. Bucks continue to play well. The Giants are continuing to lose. So we had yesterday the Bucks. So did Mikey Money on his sports money premiums as well. We had Detroit yesterday as a premium play with Mize there over Adams. We took the Tigers on the run line in a 6-3 victory yesterday as Tigers hit 3 home runs in the win. We had the over here on the show with Houston and Miami yesterday, and Houston's 8-2 victory. Pena with a couple of doubles in that one, pacing the Astros to the win. We had a premium pick winner on Philadelphia on the run line. Kyle Schwarber has hit a grand slam. He had a 2-run home run. He's looking like the MVP out there right now. Schwarber and the Phillies rock Baltimore. We also had the over here on the show yesterday. It was 13-3. Pretty easy win for the Phillies and for us there yesterday. Also had a winner here on the show yesterday with the Cleveland Guardians. There, we took them on the run line against the Mets. Didn't need it as they picked up the win, 7-6 yesterday. There and man, a great moment there yesterday in that game for the Cleveland Guardians. We saw their closer have a great, or the man who at least came in to come in and get the save there in the game yesterday with Nick Enright. Nice moment as Enright, who was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma in 2022 and has not even completed his cancer treatments. He went out there and earned the win. He earned the save there. He did allow an unearned run in the 10th inning, but got the save in that game. A pretty nice moment there for Nick Enright. Still battling his cancer treatment, still battling cancer and undergoing his treatments, and he gets a save last night for Cleveland. Also, we had a premium pick winner with the Milwaukee Brewers. Who didn't yesterday? Isaac Collins, 3-run home run. The Brewers win over Milwaukee, or over Atlanta, 3-1 yesterday. Also, we had over on the Cover the Spread show. Hopefully you'll join me over there daily to watch me and Al Ninos and Rod Zawacki and Cincinnati. I had the Reds as my top play over there on the show yesterday with Lodolo over Soroka. And look, talked about what the Cubs were doing. They go ahead and they get Soroka, and now all of a sudden he's got a serious, well, I don't know how serious. I think it is serious, as he's going to hit the injured list after throwing just 2 innings yesterday, and he's got an injury all of a sudden. So a little bit of a tough break there for the Cubs after sticking Soroka in the lineup. We were kind of going against Soroka a little bit there, and I know a lot of people were still, hey, Soroka was headed for, it looked like, to be one of the Braves' top pitchers. Remember back when? And now all of a sudden he was thrust into the pennant race, and, well, he's finding himself on the shelf here in early August. Also on the show yesterday, we had Texas over the Yankees on the run line, but Texas crushed them anyways, 8-5. Josh Jung, 3-run home run. Man, who had Josh Jung yesterday? I thought he was pretty popular in the home run props, and he got it done with Jock Peterson also a home run in that one as Texas rocked the Yankees. Also on the show yesterday, we had Toronto on the run line with Lauer and the Blue Jays with Bichette, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run. The Jays scored 15 runs. Bichette remains hot, and Toronto got that win on the run line. It was only 15-1 yesterday as Colorado got rocked. Also, we had a winner here on the show last night with the Los Angeles Angels and UC Kikuchi. We said take the Angels in the game there against the Tampa Bay Rays, and they won at 5-1. We had Kikuchi. Also, we had a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks, super high roller pick with the win there with the under in that game with the Angels and Tampa Bay. The Angels grabbed that win. Joe Adell, 2-run home run, and that one for the Halos. Also, late night, we had the under in the game between St. Louis and the Dodgers as the Dodgers bullpen failed again here a little bit. Mason Wynn, a home run. Herrera, a home run. Freeman did homer, but Glass now, 7 innings, 1 run, and the bullpen blew it. Brock Stewart gave up the game-winning run there for the Dodgers. All right, so look at the baseball action. Say hello to a few more folks. Let's get rolling tonight with a very good card here. And let's see who else strolling in. I think we got everybody ready here and ready to go. Andrew K says we're getting Judge back tonight. That's kind of the big headline here. It feels like in baseball today, got to get in there and try to save this team a little bit. I think that's what the problem here is right now. Blue Jays covered the big line there, no doubt about it. Big O coming off a big day there yesterday as well. And let's see who else. NYC Bar here coming in. Thank you. And I think that'll be good for now. Let's say hello to the chat all-stars and see who's up there and leading the way. All right, let's get rolling here with the show as well and get ready for our previews. We got a lot of games to cover, and I'm ready to go as well. We'll start off with the Giants on the road here, taking on the Pirates. Logan Webb on the mound, taking on Burrows here, and well, Burrows done a pretty nice job so far. Look, he's no Logan Webb, or at least career-wise, no Logan Webb. And maybe not even this year, but Burrows comes in here with a 1-3 record in 12 starts, 3.88 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 236 batting average against, and a 286 BABIP. Meanwhile, for Logan Webb, he comes in with a 3.31 ERA, 9-8 record. Giants are 11-12 with Webb on the mound, and he's got a 1.25 ERA, 264 batting average against, but a 349 BABIP. Kind of evens the playing field, it feels like, between the two pitchers, even with the long-term quality of Logan Webb. Get the chat ready, see what you have as we get battling with the show here. Take a look at some of the numbers for these two teams coming in, because, well, the Giants right now just fumbling and stumbling and bumbling along, it feels like at this point. It really feels like they are fading fast here, losing to Pittsburgh, like we said there again yesterday. In that 5-4, kind of blew the game there late. For the Giants, they've lost 8 of their last 10 games coming into this one. They've also lost 4 of their last 5 to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh comes in having won 6 of its last 7 at home. They've won 7 of their last 9 games overall. The Giants have gone over in 7 of their last 9 games on the road. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over when playing in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. Coming in, let's see how you have it here today between the Giants and Pittsburgh. Go to the chat here. Thank you to the chat all-stars. Here comes some of the plays. Andrew K says, my man Roman Anthony left the game yesterday with a minor injury. Blue likes the over here to get us started. NYC Bar is on the Pirates. Cash Kane is on the Giants in this one. Robert likes the Pirates in the first 5. And Cash Kane says that the Pirates won it late yesterday. Blue says this nothing works in this game for him. Andrew K says Webb mowed down the Bucks last week, but still lost the game in that 11 Ks in that one, and still ended up on the short end of the matchup. And let's see here. Nuke says the Giants have had enough this season. Take the Bucks. with Mike Burrows. In that game last week, mentioned the performance there for Webb. It was this exact matchup. It was a 2-1 game in that uh, win there for the Pirates, and Burrows also pitched well. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 7 K. He kind of outdueled Webb. Despite the 11 strikeouts, Webb did have 4 walks and 5 hits allowed, so he was putting some runners on for sure. And let's see here. We got a few more comments coming in. Cash Kane, first 5 under. And I think that's it from the gang there. We'll take a look here. I'll make my call on this one between San Francisco and Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think that's it from the crew in the chat here in this one. I got to take Pittsburgh, man, for sure. And this one is a dog. I think we've missed out on some value here. So let me take the Pirates to get the show going here right now. Like I said, one team is playing well. One team's hot. One team's hot. One team's hot. And one team's not. So let's take hot. And let me also, though, real quick, update the line there. Mention the steam, so probably should put a more accurate line up just for a moment. Let it indicate here, man, I'm going to go all the way down to $1.35. So you talk about how much value or maybe what we missed out on there a little bit. Definitely move to the under here for sure. I'm saying $1.35, and maybe the total here now is down to 7.5 under here in this one. The widely reported steam, as we said here, did pretty much come in on the Pittsburgh Pirates here a short time ago. Like I said, just as we were coming on the air, Bucks taking the steam, and that's resulted in a pretty big price decline. Hey, if you like the Giants, this is pretty much a discount here on them. I believe this isn't personnel related. It might be just related to the overall trends of these two teams right now. All right, next up, the Twins are taking on the Tigers. Zebby Matthews, the Zebster, he's coming in taking on the Tigers and Chris Paddock. Twins acquired Paddock here to help them along here, trying to chase down the Tigers here at this point. Look, the Tigers have that pretty comfortable lead for sure. We saw Cleveland win there yesterday, but Detroit was able to get it too. So still a 7.5 game lead. Minnesota, I don't know, where they're going necessarily right now, other than downhill. 9 games under 500 now, 13.5 games back, 13.5 games back. So, pretty comfortable margin between these two, as the Twins have kind of been El Fado here in the second part of the season. For Zebby Matthews here, Matthews comes in with a 5.67 ERA, 1.4 whip, 284 batting average against, and a 382 BABIP for Matthews. For Chris Paddock, 22 starts. He's 4-9 this season. His teams are 6-16, but we know it's kind of a fresh start here. Paddock comes in with a 4.77 ERA, 1.23 whip, 261 batting average against here. And got the Tigers obviously going to be a pretty big favorite, but they are down to here not 165 anymore. This has been a pretty significant move to Minnesota. I'm showing the Tigers now are actually down to maybe minimum, I got to call it at least $1.50. But it's even lower here at some spots, $1.36 offshore a little bit here. Total 8.5 under 20 with the Tigers and the Twins. Let's see how you have this one today with these two clubs and see how you want to go about it. Take a look at some of the trends and numbers here with these two teams for uh, Minnesota here. They do come in having lost 5 of their last 6 games overall. Minnesota's dropped 4 of their last 5 on the road. Minnesota's also lost 5 of their last 7 games to Detroit. Detroit comes in having won 6 of their last 8. They've won 5 straight at home right now, and Minnesota's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall coming into this one. Let's go to the chat, see how you have this game between Minnesota and Detroit today. So far, it's Tigers on the run line here for NYC Bar. Irish King says Detroit first 5. Also, team total over. And Nuke says doesn't like the money line necessarily here, but it is the Twins after all, so he does like the Tigers on the run line. Yeah, man, does seem pretty pricey here at this point with Detroit. I mean, you could only, I would think, Minnesota is fading so quickly here. Again, like I said, if anything, you can get a cheaper price. It feels like on Detroit at this point. Robert says take him -1. And don't forget, Paddock. There is a little bit of familiarity here, obviously, and not that they faced him as much as he was on the Twins. So there is that a little bit of motivation, but also familiarity factor. You know what, the repertoire is going to be for a guy like Paddock. So I think that could help Minnesota a little bit. I'm going to just go the money line here with Detroit. I think with that small value here that I mentioned, like I said, 150 does look a little big there on the screen, but I think that's pretty much the high point right now. I don't see any books higher than 150. I could have even put even $1.45, but like I said, got some offshore here at $1.36. So I think that's reason enough for me to take Detroit here, a little bit of a discount as the action maybe comes in a little bit on Minnesota here. I'll get chalky and go with the Tigers here in this one. Bobby Mack says maybe over. Maybe he says he kind of likes the over. All right, Nine Legacy's got the plays here. There's Shannon Moore in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. Nine Legacy says Detroit run line, Pittsburgh money line, and Athletics on the money line. Thank you, Nine Legacy. All right, next up. Oh, we got to fix that. It's going to be Ort in there for the Astros today. Let me fix that. They're going to push back Arrighetti for his return, so we'll be Ort in here today for Houston. Arrighetti was slated to come back here possibly today, but it'll be Caleb Ort going here for the Astros. Definitely a bullpen game here. Ort been mostly a reliever this season. 2-1 record, 4.94 ERA, 34 strikeouts, and a 1.21 whip. Ort did pitch on Sunday and threw 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. So he's here just to open in this one. For Quantrill here, 21 starts. Miami's 13-8 with Quantrill on the mound. 4.79 ERA, 1.31 whip, 270 batting average against, and a 308 BABIP coming in. So, look, Miami wasn't able to get it done yesterday with Sandy. It really was a rough start again, rough performance, if you will. And, yeah, Houston got it. They earned it. They won it and got the job done. So, can Miami do it with Quantrill here, at least right now? You're seeing Houston. They are favored, maybe pumping it up here a little bit to $1.20. The total is definitely 8.5 here right now in this one. we'll go through some trends of these two teams. You got Houston coming in here having lost 8 of their last 11 games coming in right now. Miami has won 4 of their last 5 at home. They've still won 5 of their last 6. They're the hotter team coming in, but Houston grabbed that first one. You could still see maybe a class difference here. Miami was knocking off teams left and right and then kind of got jabbed in the face there yesterday. Now, Houston has won 6 straight games against Miami. Miami's lost 6 of their last 7 at home to Houston. So, matchup-wise, Houston has been the team that's taken care of business against these guys. Let's go to the chat here and the game between Houston and Miami with Caleb Ort opening here. And see how you guys have this one. All right, it's going to be Marlins on the run line for NYC VAR. Here's Fernando in the chat today. He likes the Astros in this one. Robert's on the under here. Blue is on the A's. Team total here in the next game coming up. Astros here for Nuke. He'll take him at this price. All right. I got to go back to the Marlins. I'm really, maybe Sandy just wasn't up to the task. So let's bring in Quantrill to try to get it done today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins though in this one. Next up is going to be there's the Athletics game with Severino on the mound against Mackenzie Gore. Well, in this one, you've got Washington going to be favored here, but maybe it's down to $1.35 or so. It's definitely a little bit of a discount again. The move has come in on the A's here. I'm showing the Nationals $1.35. The total 8.5 here for Sebi. He comes in here. Right now, he's had some struggles for sure, but 4.83 ERA. Athletics are 8-15 with Severino on the mound, 1.3 WHIP, 262 batting average against, 298 BABIP. Poor Gore, he's 4-11 with Washington 8-14. Pretty even matchup with Gore on the mound, 3.8 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 248 batting average against a 328 BABIP. Still, we'll see, but see how you have this one here with Oakland, West Sacramento, Las Vegas, taking on Washington here. The Athletics have won 7 of their last 10 games overall. They've won 4 of their last 5 on the road. The Nationals have dropped 5 straight right now coming in this series. The Athletics have gone 2-6 in their last 8 games overall against Washington.
Final.
Washington's gone over in 5 straight, and they've also gone over in 9 of their last 13 games against the A's. Washington's gone over in 12 of their last 15 games at home. The Athletics have gone under in 5 of their last 6. Let's see how you have this one in the chat here. Athletics and Washington today. Go to the chat All-Stars here, and it's going to be here we go. I got it now. Athletics for NYC VAR. And Blue says Nationals are 11-0 to the over after losing by 6 runs in a previous game. What's happening to Kurtzkillies? No home runs since that big output. And here's Robert. He's on the over in this one, over 8.5 runs. Andrew says the Nats have been struggling here so far over the last 2 months, and Severino, you certainly can knock him around. Irish King's got some home run props here in this one. Blue says A's team total here. Irish King going over 12. Or no, he's laughing at the alternate line there. Nuke says, that when two teams have no motivation, I have no motivation to bet them. I think that's what he's saying right there. All right. Well, I better make my call then in this one between the Athletics and Washington here. A few more here. Let's see. Laker Boy. He likes the Lynx on the money line tonight in the WNBA. Thank you, Laker Boy. Appreciate that. All right, I got to make my call here. Hey, I got to make a play. I can't pass in the game between the Athletics and Washington here today. Never pass is what I say. All right, I want to roll, man. I kind of want to roll with this underdog here, even though they've lost a little bit of a price here in this one. Let's review the. Let me just take a quick glance here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Athletics. Give me the A's on the road, man. I gotta put some totals out here. I'm gonna not have any premiums today. All right. Next up, the Orioles are on the road here, taking on the Phillies in a good one here with the Phillies and Taiwan Walker going up against Dean Kramer in this one. For Kramer, he comes in with a 4.27 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 258 batting average against, and a 295 BABIP for the Phillies. And Taiwan Walker, he comes in with a 3-5 record. 3.82 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 257 batting average against, and a 274 BABIP. Phillies won the opener, of course, there, as we mentioned. And for the Phillies here now with that victory, that kind of gives them a little bit of a boost here in that tight race in the National League East, man. It's close for sure, with Phillies now leading by 1.5 games over the Mets here. Phillies have won 5 of their last 7 games at home. Baltimore comes in having dropped 4 of their last 5. They've lost 6 of 8 on the road. Baltimore is just 1-5 in their last 6 games at Philadelphia. Philly's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. 4 of the last 5 between these two teams have gone over. How do you have it today when Baltimore takes on Philadelphia here on Tuesday? Let's go to the chat here and see what you have. Kramer up against Walker. All right, we're going to start off here. Looks like some Phillies action with NYC Bar. Blue is on the Orioles. 9 Legacy says Phillies on the run line. Irish King, Phillies first 5, and Schwarber to hit a home run. And Cash Kane is on the over here. Andrew says Phillies got that lead. Laker Boy says, can all the favorites come through for once? I think that's what he's saying. And Robert says Orioles first 5 on the money line. I want to give the Orioles a chance here for sure with Kramer, it feels like today. But here's Nuke. He says Phillies on the run line here. All right. I got to grab the over. I'm going over in this one. I got a total for you. For me, I'm going to go over. We saw 13 runs by the Phillies yesterday, so I'm going to go over with Baltimore and Philly today. All right, let's see what else we got here. The Royals taking on the Red Sox. And you got Bergert making his first start here following the trade over there to the Royals, going up against Garrett Crochet with Boston favorite here. Wow, 245. And the total is 8 over 15. I think that looks pretty good here. No, we better call it 8 under. 8 under 15. There we go. All right, for Bergert here, he comes in with a 2.78 ERA. He is 1-0. Bergert's 1-6 to the under in his previous starts, all with San Diego. Comes in with a 1.17 whip here into this one. 186 batting average against and a 220 BABIP. Very solid numbers, that's for sure. For Crochet, very solid numbers. 12-4 record, 2.23 ERA. The Red Sox are 15-7 with Crochet on the mound. 1.09 WHIP, 221 batting average against, a 307 BABIP. Crochet is 7-15 to the under this season. These two pitchers are a combined 8-21 to the under this season. For Boston here, comes in winning 6 straight games, still hot. 5 straight wins here at home. Kansas City has won 4 of their last 6, but they are just 2-7 in their last 9 games against the Red Sox overall. Kansas City's gone over in 5 of their last 7 games, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. Boston's gone over in 4 of their last 6. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's see how you have it, though, here in this one. Kansas City taking on Boston here tonight.
Play.
A little bit of steam coming in right now. I want to report to you it is in the WNBA game tonight. It looks pretty serious here. Dallas and the Wings. We're seeing this one a move to the over here. Some steam coming in that matchup between Dallas and the Liberty. Right now it's all, oh my goodness, this thing's up to 177. What is going on here between Dallas and the Liberty today? Man, this thing's on fire here this morning, up 5 points from the overnight line. We previewed the game last night on the WNBA 2-3 Zone show with Justin McKelvey. He was touting the over in that game. Go check that video out. Look at our 5-game preview. We'll talk about those games later, but man, this one's out of control at 177. All right, let's make the call here in this one between Red Hot Boston and Kansas City. Doing an okay job for sure, but man, they're a big underdog here. It does seem a little bit, that's a big line, right? We know that's a big line. And Kansas City hasn't been awful here. Yeah, they're a game under 500. Boston's hot again here with 12 games over 500. Look at the standings here. They got to worry about what the Yankees are doing here, it feels like at this point, but more so with Toronto leading here by 3 games. And you look at the wild card chase here at this point. I don't know if it's too early or too late, but Boston certainly in front there in the wild card chase. Let's go to the chat here. Try to give me a winner. Kansas City and Boston. Here we go. Red Sox team total over for blue. Red Sox first 5 for Cascade. First 5 spread and under. Red Sox been hot at home. I think Andrew K is saying right now. Here's NYC Bar, Boston money line, team total over. Irish King, Boston Red Sox first 5 and team total over. And let's see here. Andrew K talking about Duran there. Red Sox to smash, says Nasty Nate. Cascade says that wind's blowing in. Tariq likes the Red Sox on the run line. Andrew K says Crochet mowed these guys down already once this season. Blue says I'm taking the over in this one. And Robert likes the Red Sox on the run line here. All right. I'm taking the Royals actually on the run line in this one with Bergert on the mound. Boston Red Hot for sure. I think the price is too high though. It's what I feel like at 245 or so. I'm gonna grab them I'm gonna take the Royals here to hang in there on the run line. They're at plus 105 at probably minus $1.10 or so. I'm going to take Kansas City on the run line. Next up, the Guardians are on the road taking on the Mets. Got Logan Allen here taking on Clay Holmes. And got another big price here. Man, these are kind of spooky here now. This one ain't 200 though, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy, yeah, it's all the way down to $1.60 or so. It probably wasn't $2 for very long. They're $2, 8.5, and the total 8.5 over, maybe minus 115 or so. Let's pop that back up there. Now let's try to assess what's going on in this one. The widely reported steam did come in on Cleveland, so that's made a big discount here for them if you're like the Mets, but still hefty at $1.60. And Clay Holmes, a former reliever, and he continues to work here deep into the season, it feels like, as a starter. It's going to be a lot of innings here for Clay Holmes. His 23rd start. He is 9-6. Mets are 13-9 with Holmes on the mound. 3.45 ERA. 1.32 whip coming in, 247 batting average against, and a 284 BABIP for Logan Allen here. Allen comes in with a 7-9 record, 406 ERA, 1.36 whip, 261 batting average against. Cleveland's won 5 of their last 6 games coming in. It's the Mets that have dropped 6 of 7. So I guess you can see maybe why there's a significant move to Cleveland. Yeah, maybe it's just brought the price in order. Cleveland has lost 7 of their last 8 games at the Mets. That's a couple years sample size, of course, but Mets here struggling for sure. Cleveland's won 8 of their last 11 on the road. Even though the Mets always win at home, Cleveland's actually won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. 5 of the last 7 meetings Cleveland's gone over in 5 of their last 7. Let's see what you got here, and I'll take your plays from the chat. And again, I think the value's kind of lost here a little bit for me, but let's go to the comments. And Andrew K still ready for that Pete record here. Tariq is going to pass here in this one. NYC Bar likes the Mets. Laker boys ready for some tennis action tonight with Shelton. Should be some awesome matches here as we're in the closing stages of the event in Toronto here. We got some great matches tonight with ADM favored over Shelton. Osaka's in action tonight as a dog. Rublev taking on Fritz, and Madison Keys takes on Red Hot Clara Towson. Irish King ain't about to go in on the. He's done with the Mets here a little bit. Holmes is good. Holmes has had a very good season. I just wonder if these innings are starting to pile up. Mets run line for 9 legacy. Fernando's leaning to the Guardians. Roberts on the under here. And Holmes is awful. Either Holmes is good, Holmes is awful. We got differing opinions here in the chat. I don't think he's awful, that's for sure. This has been a good season, to put a guy here into the rotation, and he's come up pretty big here, 3.45 ERA. So, but again, I think you're still got a, pretty good matchup here, right? I mean, no fault with Cleveland here right now. I mean, they're certainly still trucking here at 7.5 games back of the Tigers right now, and the Mets embroiled in their own pennant race. So I got to take Cleveland in this one. I was hoping that could get a better price on this run line here. I might have to take them on the money line, but they could get it done. I guess $1.50 is cheaper than $1.60. I'll take Cleveland on the run line at minus $1.50. And they won it yesterday. I took them on the run line, so maybe I could just roll with it a little bit like that. And let's see here. Blues on the Mets, though. I don't mind anybody. Look, the Mets, this is supposedly a discount the way I'm portraying it with that steam on Cleveland, but I got to take Cleveland right now still at this price. All right. Next up, we've got the Brewers taking on the Braves. We saw the Brewers, man. They're just unstoppable, it seems like, doesn't it? Now, the prices are getting a little bit high here, but the Braves aren't getting much done. You got Joey Wentz in here. Hey, Milwaukee is down to $1.45 or so. Maybe there's a little discount for you here. And the total is 8 under at minus 15, maybe minus $1.20 as the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Braves here today with Peralta on the mound. For Peralta here, solid numbers of 3.08 ERA in 23 starts, a 12-5 record right now. Brewers are 14-9 with Peralta on the bump. 1.13 whip, 207 batting average against, and a 257 BABIP. Joey Wentz makes his fourth start. He's 2-2. He can run a little bit deeper, but 5.02 ERA, 1.44 whip, 248 batting average against, and a 294 BABIP. So, look, the Braves trying to find answers here. We're starting to get a little bit thin in the pitching department. It feels like right now the Brewers are among the hottest teams in the league at this point. I can't stop raving about these Brewers. They are 7-1 their last 8 games. Atlanta's dropped 9 of their last 12. They've gone just 1-5 in their last 6 games at home. 10 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Milwaukee's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games coming into this one. Braves have gone under in 4 of their last 5 overall. How do you guys have this one between the Braves and the Brewers today? I'll go to the chat and see how you have it here with Milwaukee and Atlanta. It's going to be Blue is on the Brewers team total over. NYC Bar likes Brewers on the run line here. Lay it. They're so hot. Fernando says, got to go ahead and take him on the money line here. Nuke says, I'll take him on the run line too. Just lay it. Take that plus money. Man, the Brewers are unstoppable. Right now, you look at the standings. Look, they're ahead of the Cubs by 2.5 games. Still got to consider the Cubs a threat, but who's running out the better starting rotation here right now, it feels like? Robert is on the under here. Remember, Soroka hits the injured list now, it looks like. Man. All right, Irish King says Milwaukee money line, team total over here. It's hard to pay. I mean, I'm not taking the Braves here. I guess I'm going to just take the Brewers on the money line here. I'm going to lay some more chalk myself, but I can't pass. This team's just too hot. Maybe the price is too high for a premium. I don't know if it is. I'm going to take the Brewers here on the show. All right, next up, we've got the Reds taking on the Cubs with Zach Littell. He's on the Reds now following a deadline trade. He's up against Shoto Imanaga For Littell here, he's 8-8 with a 3.58 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, 252 batting average against, a 258 BABIP. Shoto Imanaga is 8-4 with a 3.25 ERA. Cubs are 10-5 in Imanaga's 15 starts. These two pitchers are combined 11-23 to the under so far this season. Right now, I'm showing the Cubs are down here to $1.75. You talk about the discounts here a little bit. $1.75 and 7.5. Man, these favorites are big, but again, a little bit of a move to the Reds. Maybe the value is on the Cubs actually at $1.75, but the Reds are still playing very, very well here right now. It's a good series here. The Reds won yesterday, right? For Imanaga, 3.25 ERA, 103 WHIP, 222 batting average against, and a 226 BABIP. Feels like a pretty, I know that Imanaga is the better starter, the better numbers, but Zach Littell, the Reds think they've got something still here left in the tank. They are 10 games back, but they're 4 games over 500 in the wild card. They're alive here, no matter how you look at it. The Reds currently are the first team out of the playoffs, 3 games back of the Padres. It feels like from beyond there, maybe the Cardinals have a chance, but the Giants are fading. The Miami Marlins are coming fast. For the Cubs right now, they've lost. The Cubs here have gone under in 6 of their last 7 games at home against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's gone under in 10 of their last 12 games coming in. I show this game right now at 7.5, so maybe I've lost a little bit of a run here. I'm going to take the under in this one with the Cubs and Cincinnati. I kind of like this pitching matchup here. I want to see if Littell can keep him in here, but let's go to the chat and see how you have it. I'm making my call right now on the under. Okay. All right, Chat All-Stars coming in here. And it's going to be, I think Fernando might be looking at this one. I think he's talking about this one here. Was 3-2 yesterday. Blue is on the Cubs. Irish Kings, Chicago, first 5. And Cash Kane says Reds run line. I don't mind that either. I just the value's gone, it feels like. Here's Cubs run line for 9 legacy, and YC bar on the Cubs. Nuke is on the Reds on the money line. Robert likes under with me here as well. Cash Kane likes the under again. Tariq likes the under as well. Okay, Fernando, gotcha. What's on that Brewers and Braves game? I'm going to go under here with the Reds and the Cubs. Look, don't need to check the weather, but I guess I can. The total 7.5, so we're not really worried about any wind blowing out. Guess that's what I mean. Right now, let's see. Similar to yesterday, it looks like wind blowing in 7-8 miles an hour. Temperatures start in the high 70s and cool down into the mid 70s at the end of the game. All right. I'm going to go under in that one with the Reds and the Cubs. Next up, the Yankees are taking on the Rangers, and Will Warren, here the rookie on the mound, up against Nathan Eovaldi. Boy. Mismatch on the mound here. It feels like Warren's done a pretty nice job for a rookie for sure. 4.64 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 249 batting average against it, 324 BABIP. These are just average numbers, but Warren's done okay for sure. The Yankees are 13-10 with Warren on the mound. For Nathan Eovaldi, he's just 9-3 with a 1.49 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 196 batting average against for Eovaldi here. Rangers down to $1.25 or so. Boy, now the anticipation of Aaron Judge being back here, I don't know. Could this line move even further? I know that we already know that Judge is back. It was announced there yesterday. I even hinted at it over on the Cover the Spread show. I talked about, hey, these Yankees are, pretty dreadful here with Judge. They're dysfunctional, actually, and not looking sharp. But could we see him back? And we do here today. So it does feel like a little bit of an equalizer here right now. But, sluggers sometimes have to get uncorked a little bit. Nonetheless, let's see how you want to play this one. With the Yanks coming in here, having lost 4 of their last 5 games. They've dropped 5 straight on the road. Texas has won 7 straight at home. They're 12-6 in their last 18 games. They're hot. They're playing well. I mean, look, you're the Rangers here, right? You're trying to chase down Houston. You're still 5 games back and just a few games over 500. But they've done what they've needed to do here to keep things shored up in Texas. They've got a true ace here on the mound for sure. All right, Chad All-Stars, let's see how you have it with Warren and Eovaldi here. I know where I'm on the under. I'm not even going to look yet at the chat. I'm going under again in this one. We are in Texas after all. All right, Rangers for NYC VAR. Blue is on the Rangers. I know a lot of saying, hey, those Rangers unders are pretty much a thing of the past. Yeah, that probably is true. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two have gone over. Rangers have gone over in 6 of 8. Yankees have gone over in 4 of their last 5. But, I've got Eovaldi on the mound here. Tonight's the Yankees' night. Huge win for Texas last night. And look, something to consider here, right? When you got Eovaldi back here. Judge back here going up against Eovaldi. We know Eovaldi, former Yank. Let's see what those numbers are actually. I don't know. I didn't think there were any. Okay, I don't have it here right now. Let's see. You got Jazz 1 for 7, Ben Rice 0 for 2, Volpe 1 for 14. But, Will Warren, he kind of mowed these guys down a little bit himself. Let's see here. Irish King, New York Moneyline. I think that says there. Tariq's on the Rangers. Patrick the Alien is here. Thank you. Good to have you. Says Texas is hot. They can get it going. He likes Eovaldi. Cash Kane says, once you got Judge in there, Jazz can hit a home run. Eovaldi, great numbers. They seem to only get better, don't they? Cash Kane says, yep, Eovaldi, Yankees have snapped their losing streak. Cash Kane says, we know him well. Laker Boy says it's all hype with Eovaldi. Don't even buy into these this 1.5 ERA. It's a fluke after 18 starts. I'm going under. All right, next up, the Blue Jays are on the road here, taking on the Rockies. Oh, we've had a pitching change for the Rockies here. Let's see what's going on with this. All right, right now it's still going to be 225, maybe even a little higher right now. The Blue Jays actually going up, it feels like. Total is up to 11.5 here in this one. There we go. All right, so for the Rockies here, they've kind of made a little bit of a pitching change here. It was going to be Freeland, I think, but Molina will enter the rotation here. getting recalled from Albuquerque, and he'll be in the rotation here for the Rockies in this one. So we'll see how it goes with this rookie coming in here, Molina. Freeland actually has an illness, I believe, so he's just getting pushed back to Wednesday, I think. But Senzatella was placed on the injured list, so you got to bring up Molina here. Good starts in Albuquerque, man. 3.06 ERA, 17 and 2/3 innings since being returned to the minor leagues. So he could get 2 turns here with Marquez also out for Colorado. For Berrios here, he's 7-4 with a 3.84 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 246 batting average against, and a 280 BABIP. Molina had just 5 appearances this season before being sent back down, a 7.27 ERA. So Blue Jays won the opener, of course, yesterday, just 15-1. I had the under. No, don't do it. Don't go under. After all, Toronto's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. Colorado's gone over in 6 of their last 7. Toronto's gone over in 5 of their last 6. On the road, Toronto has cooled off a bit. They've dropped 6 of their last 9 coming in, but they've beaten Toronto. They've beaten the Rockies in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. Now Colorado has gone over in 4 of their last 5 games at home, 6 of their last 7 overall. How do you not go with the over here after seeing yesterday Toronto pile up all those runs? I think we get some Coors action here possibly today. Let's see how you guys have it with Toronto coming in on the road here against the Rockies, against a guy who's kind of had some rugged numbers for sure. Let's go to the chat. Trying to pump this kid up, but all right, here we go. Cash Kane said he was willing to consider Freeland, but not with Molina. NYC Bar, Blue Jays run line. Cash Kane says, give me an alternate over on this one. Quadruple run line for, okay. Everybody going crazy here. Andrew K says Jays have been hot with Berrios on the mound. All right, and Cash Kane says, look, wow, really? First time for Berrios pitching at Coors Field? Wow, that sounds, that seems weird. You'd think somewhere. I mean, yeah, they only go there once every couple of years, but Berrios has been around. That catches me by surprise. But it does say Rockies have good at-bats against Berrios. I guess those were obviously in Toronto. But is it enough to overcome this pitching situation, I guess? All right. Too expensive there even for Nuke. I don't know if it is Nuke. Oh, boy. All right. And let's see here. Blue is on the over, and I'm on the over with Blue. Let's go. I'm going to take the over on this one for sure. Okay, next up, we've got the Rays taking on the Angels in this one. Ryan Pepio on the mound taking on Soriano here. Soriano, favorite in this one, $1.25 here, maybe down to $1.20. The total, though, is 8 flat. The total's definitely down here. Yeah, maybe we can see why. Let's take a look. Let's take a deeper dive here with Pepio on the mound going up against Soriano here in this one. For Pepio here, he's 6-9 with a 3.87 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 222 batting average against, and a 260 BABIP. Pepio is 8-15 to the under this season, but Tampa Bay is 8-15 with Pepio on the mound. That's not great, even with a reasonable ERA. For Soriano here, he's 7-8 with a 3.65 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 250 batting average against, and a 311 BABIP coming into this one. Angels a slight favorite here for sure, even against these Rays right now. We know the Rays are still, got to give them a chance, but man, they're falling fast. They're down to 11 games back. They're now 4 games under 500. They're almost toast. Angels hanging in there, 3 games under 500, 8 games back right now. But it would take something special to kind of get it going here for sure. These teams are going to end up fading a little bit, it feels like, here down the stretch. But again, I think it's been okay. As long as the Angels don't totally go into the tank here, I think they can, finish with a respectable record this season. I don't mind the fact that they've hung in here for this long or made this push that they have. Done a good job for sure. All right, let's see what you have, though, here with the Angels and the Rays today. We go to the Chat All-Stars for this. All right, next up, we've got Cash Kane is on the Rays, plus 1.5. Tariq says, though, I'm on the Angels at home. Andrew says Pepio has been giving up the long ball. NYC Bar likes the Angels here. Robert says Angels first 5 on the run line. Cash Kane likes the over. All right, I got to make my call here in this one. I think I have to go to the total here. Yeah, I think I am going to go to the total. Blues on the Angels. Irish King says Angels money line with a Trout home run. All right. All right. For me, I'm going to take the under in this one. I'm going under. I liked it at 8.5 for sure as an under. I was thinking premium, but now at 8 flat, I think that's an indication of how the line move is. Maybe the Sharps coming in on the under. We know that's not a great, overwhelming pitching matchup, but man, still, this total's dropped nearly a half of a run, so I'm going to go with the under. Maybe Ward for a home run, says Irish King. Angels have had some clutch homers. All right, my Padres are on the road taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. And, well, Padres lost yesterday after I touted the Diamondbacks couldn't win against left-handed pitching, 9 straight losses. But they got it done yesterday. Boy, did they ever. Key loss for the Padres, man. They just can't stand to get the big win, it feels like, and this is why they're going to end up short. Maybe they'll still get into these playoffs, but if you can't beat Arizona, you ain't going to beat the Dodgers. I'm not down on them. I'm still excited after those trades, but man, the ones you're supposed to win, and you come up kind of flat. Can they do it today with Darvish on the mound going up against Nelson? And looks like a pretty good pitching matchup, but we'll see. The offenses might have their way. For Darvish here, he's still got a 6.46 ERA. A lot of fade trains still on you as he's come back here for 5 starts, 1.35 WHIP, 253 batting average against, and a 296 BABIP. for Ryan Nelson here, 13 starts, 23 appearances, 3.2 ERA, 102 whip, 199 batting average against, and a 230 BABIP. Padres end up a favorite here now, and the line has moved a little bit down to $1, probably $1.30 here. But for the Padres, man, Darvish is I want to trust him. I need to trust him here. I need him to have a great start. But man, trusting the Padres as a favorite all of a sudden. Arizona's bad. Yes, they might have been sellers. Yes, they traded some bats away, but oh man. Let's see what you got in the chat. I don't want to do something ugly here, but I might. I might just have to go to the Arizona run line. It's $1.50, I think, but okay. Padres still have won 7 of their last 9 games overall, but they've dropped 6 of their last 9 against Arizona. The Diamondbacks seem to be a nemesis a bit to the Padres. Arizona has dropped 9 of their last 13, however. 13 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but the Padres have gone under in 6 of their last 8 games on the road. Arizona's gone under in 9 of their last 12, including 4 of their last 5 games at home. Andrew says they've already lost to the Padres here. Let's see what else we have here in this one. Hey, here's Dave. Good morning to Dave in there today. He's on the Padres. He says go Padres, and maybe he's on the under here as well. Tariq says Padres can bounce back here with you. Padres do have the much better bullpen. Dave says, oh, Dave, great. We're going to be getting it down with the Sultans next week. Awesome. All right, Timmy said, hey, Timmy. Timmy Two Shoes, hello. Nice to see you. Tex Styles as well here. Thank you, Tex. All right, let's see here. Diamondbacks first 5 for Andrew K. NYC Bars on the Padres money line. Roberts on the Padres. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the run line, you guys. It's $1 minus $1.50. I may go down in flames here today and lay in a lot of chalk, but I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the run line minus $1.50. I actually think it's probably more closer to $1.45, but I'll just round it off. I see some $1.50s there, and I got to give the worst number, so I'm going to get the run line here on Arizona. That's what I'm doing. Okay, next up, we're almost done here with the baseball today. We're cooking along. And, oh, what's this? Where did that come from? The Tigers and the Phillies. Is that the right matchup? Okay, we're broken here right now. It's supposed to be the White Sox game. All right. I'll just have to type it in. I obviously did not hit the save button here. I did not hit the save button. White Sox with Martin. They go from Morton to Martin. And the Mariners with Woo. And a big number here, 250, 7.5. Let me see if that's the price. Here we go. Let's take a look. We got Woo here. 250, 7.5. Shaded to the under, actually, at minus $1.20. There we go. All right. Well, big favorite here, obviously, for the Mariners. And for Martin here, 15 starts, a 3-8 record, 3.84 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 256 batting average against, and a 281 BABIP. Those aren't woeful numbers. White Sox are 4-11 with Martin on the mound. For Woo here, he's 8-6 with a 3.11 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 212 batting average against, and a pretty good job here for sure. I'm not sure I'm willing to go against even the Mariners here on the run line, possibly. right now. Mariners looking pretty good. They've won 9 of their last 14 at home. We're still dealing with a Sox team that is playing their best ball for sure of the season, but uh, let's see how you have it here. They still have just 1-5 in their last 6 games against Seattle, but White Sox have won 10 of their last 15. They've won 7 of their last 9 games on the road. Uh, White Sox have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games here in Seattle. Seattle's gone under in 6 of their last 8 games overall. But this one feels a little bit tougher here. I'm not sure I can get involved with the White Sox today. Let's see if you can in the chat. And we've got Cash Kane is on the White Sox here, plus 2.5. And Tariq says, I got to try the White Sox here as well on the run line. But NYC Bar is on the Mariners here and lay it. Yeah, I kind of want to lay it. I think that's it from the chat all-stars in this one. At 250, we weren't gonna see much action, I guess, from the chat here, huh? Just give me the Mariners here. I will lay it this time. But definitely a nice job here by the White Sox. We've been raving about them here for a few days for sure with this nice little run here to at least bring a little respectability here. They're still 28 games under 500. Timmy says he'll take the Mariners here. Robert likes the under in this one. All right, I guess we're down to the final game of the baseball segment. We've got the Cardinals taking on the Dodgers here with Miles Mikolas on the mound going up against Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan comes in 2-2 in 4 starts, a 3.6 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 228 batting average against. Just another one of those Dodger guys you bring in here will probably be pretty effective. Mikolas is 6-8 with a 4.83 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 285 BABIP. You expect Mikolas maybe to be a little bit better. I'd say this has been a bit of a disappointment for Mikolas so far this season. And this season period. Cardinals right now come in here having lost 6 of their last 9. They've lost 12 of their last 16 on the road. Dodgers, though, they're still bumbling along here a little bit. They've lost 8 of their last 10 games at home. They dropped this game yesterday. We talked about the bullpen. How about that? A great catch by Nootbaar in the 9th inning. Man, that looked like me out there making that diving catch there. And a good job by the Cardinals to pick up that win. Look, the Cardinals, they're not for dead, are they? Come on, they're still 12 games back. They are at 500. That's, can't be said for all the teams that are double-digit games back. They can only look to the wild card. I mean, with the way Milwaukee and the Cubs are going, but St. Louis 5.5 games back of the wild card. They need to step it up. That's for sure. But all right, we're going to the chat here. See what you have in this one. Cards and Dodgers. Okay, here we go. I'm having a good time here, but let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Cash Kane says Dodgers double minus 2.5 here. NYC Bar, Dodgers run line. Blues on the White Sox team total under back on that other game. Dodgers run line here. Mikolas has been struggling. All right, it looks like that's it from maybe not too much here in this one, huh? All right, give me the under here in this one with the Cardinals and the Dodgers after what I saw yesterday. I'm going to move this down to 9 flat. It still feels like there's 9.5 under or 9.5 over 15, but And the Dodgers, man, they're up. No, they're still. I'll just leave it at $1.90. I do see some sharp books a little bit cheaper, but I see some square books at $1.95 or so. Let's just call it for what it is, and I'll take here the under in this one. That's it for the baseball segment. Thank you, everybody. I hope we have some great winners here. Hello to Chris Warren in the chat. Nice to have you, Chris. Good to see you. Blue Dodgers team total over. Chris says he doesn't like the Dodgers' current form. Yeah, here's Ohtani, a home run for cash gain. Yeah, it feels almost so like this is the point where the Dodgers are about to hit overdrive. I know they've had definitely some struggles here, and all of a sudden it's a race again. But the Padres they can't capitalize. It feels like Dodgers a 3-game lead over the Padres. The Giants are falling far enough right now that it's become a 2-team race there. The Padres have to battle for the wild card for sure, but they have a 3-game lead over the Reds. All right, bam. I guess that's it for the baseball segment. Let's get to the WNBA where we've got 5 games. But hey, you can always check out the 2-3 Zone show where I'm joined by Justin McKelvey, Ron Crawford. We preview the games over there on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So let's go to the W tonight where we've got 5 games. And man, look at this. We've already talked about it here with the Wings and the Liberty. Look, I type these in sometimes before I take a little nap in the middle of the night. Some people call it sleep. And it was 172.5. There's no doubt it's 177 right now. This has gotten a little bit crazy here, I'd say. And Liberty here favored by 11. Still missing Brianna Stewart at this point. This feels like one of the toughest spots maybe here for the Wings right now. Still a lot of points. Wings have done an okay job in some spots covering some numbers. But let's see what if you have anything here. Boy, that total is just crazy time here. But does seem legitimate for sure with Dallas, not a very good defensive team, and New York's been putting up some big numbers. They've even had some 100-point games in there. So let's see how you have it here in this one with the Liberty. Can you still go over here with this rise in price, or is it too far? Has it gone too far? It feels like to me like it has now. Oh, man, that's too far. I mean, on principle alone, it feels like. All right, let's see here. Oh, Timmy Tissue says Mikolas over on his hits. Blue likes the Liberty here, -10. Look, I think I blew it. I think I'm going under. I'm going with overreaction city here. I know that we were on the show. Justin talked up the over. He's right. It wasn't over at 172. I'm going to go under here in this one. The Wings will get slaughtered, says Cash Gain, or says Timmy anyway. NYC Bar says Liberty. Cash Gain had the Liberty. Robert says take Dallas here in this one. All right. I guess I could have mentioned a few trends. I mean, you guys are not here for just the picks. I know that. So let me talk about it a little bit. We clean up the show here. Dallas has dropped 2 straight. They're 10-14 as a dog against the spread this season. They are. They did beat the Liberty 92-82 back on July 28th. The Liberty comes in off of a win, snapping their losing streak. They're 9-6 against the spread at home this season. And Sabrina had that great game last time out, season high 36 points and 11 assists, I believe. Or maybe it was rebounds. I'm trying to remember now. Just remember 36 and 11, but I don't recall now. Okay, Mystics and the Sky. Well, the Mystics are going to be a big favorite here by, it's up to 7.5 or 8 right now. So Sky's still having personnel issues here. Total down maybe to 157.5, 157. Total's dropping here between the Mystics and the Sky. Checking the injury reports, we know Angel Reese here. She's out again. That's official. Reese is going to miss this game again. Atkins is still questionable as well. Van Lith is questionable. So still big time problems here for the Sky coming into this matchup. And that's been kind of the issue here. Let me make sure I got this right here. Yep. That's the injury report. For Washington here, they do come in having lost 2 straight games. They're 4-7 against the spread as favorites. Washington has won all 3 previous matchups this season, but just 2-1 against the spread. Chicago still on a long losing streak. Whenever Atkins and Reese have missed the same game this season, they lose by an average of 22 points. So we'll see what you think here in this one with Washington. Give me one moment here. Stand by. All right, sorry about that, gang. Just a little bit of a technical issue here on my end. So let's we'll continue on and review and get your picks ready here for the Mystics taking on the Sky. So, the other thing is people have been hitting this Sky team total under because they just can't produce any offense, it feels like, here without these 2 players in the lineup. And they continue to just have dismal point totals here. And you look at this total here right now at 157. So what do you really expect from the Sky? Can they really get to 75 points? Doesn't seem like they can, the way things have been going. So let's go to the chat here if you see anything here in this one. Could this be enough points for Chicago now, even with those 2 players? I mean, it's been hard work here for Chicago to just try to keep in these games a little bit, but maybe now's the time we can take them here without these. Have they had enough games without these 2 players in? I don't know. I want to go under here. I'm going to go under as my pick here on the morning steam show. All right, here come the comments here right now. Okay, you guys have it here with Blue on the Mystics, Cash Kane on the Mystics. Timmy Chushu says I'll lay 10 points with the Mystics. They dominate the Sky. Timmy Chushu's Mystics first half. Mystics for Robert. Everybody loves the Mystics. Here's NYC Bar on the Mystics. Tariq will parlay the Mystics here. And Timmy Chushu's maybe the Bulls can get Michael Jordan. I mean, the Sky could get Michael Jordan. All right. Just want to make sure I got that right. Okay, I'm on the under here in this one. Sun are taking on the Mercury. Well, I mean, what a battle this is, right? You can't. The hotter it gets, the Mercury goes up. Anyways, Mercury here favored big by 14.5. Call it 15 here. It's 15 everywhere against this struggling Sun team. The total has gone up here to 169.5. Wow. I'm not so sure about that, but hey, maybe the Mercury will just pound this Sun team here. The Sun have lost 2 of their last 3 points coming in, but so has Phoenix. Phoenix is 8-5 against the spread at home this season. They're 11-6 to the over as a favorite. Now they do have injury concerns here in this one, but Setu Sabali is probable now in this one. Well, maybe that's why it's gone up. Man, Copper's playing well. Thomas is playing well here. The Mercury looking pretty strong. It might be tough to go against the Mercury here, even with this big number. Let's see how you guys have it with these two. I'll go to the chat. All right, we've got the Sun here on the money line for NYC Bar. Take the Sun plus 800 or so. I think 800, right? NYC Bar. Mercury team total over for Timmy. And Tariq says still too many points here in this one. For Phoenix here, like I said, they've actually dropped a couple of games here of late. Maybe they aren't all that after all. Still, it's been pretty good run right now, but that's a lot of points even against. And the one thing about Connecticut, they are a hard trying bunch. About all I can say about it. All right, gang, I'm going to make my call here in this one with Phoenix and Connecticut today. Man, it's a big number for sure. I'm going to grab the points here with Connecticut today. I'll try the 15 points just on the morning steam show. And Nasty Nate's with me here in this one. Mercury for Cash Cane. All right, we got a couple more here. The Fever taking on the Sparks. An interesting game. Fever come in having won 5 straight. They're 17-13 against the spread this season. LA comes in off of a win. They've been one of the hottest teams in the league as well. If not for the Fever, we might be talking about the Sparks. There are a couple other hot teams right now in the league, but not much hotter than the Sparks, who've won 7 of their last 10. The Fever won 5 straight. The Lynx are pretty hot, we know, but LA is 2-10 against the spread at home this season, but 10-5 to the over as an underdog. Fever 6-9 to the under on the road, but let's see what you have here. Total is another one was going up pretty high here, 177 here, 178. Man, wow. I'm going to go over in this one between the Fever and the Sparks. As my play here on the morning steam show, I think it goes over. I don't know if I can go premium on this one. It might be close. The send-out was 172.5. But Sparks are playing well. I'd say, hey, I know the Fever are hot. They got that 5-game winning streak. They always win without Clark. But this is going to be a tough game. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tough game. Sparks are going to be in this. Okay, and let's see. I think we see some agreements here. At NYC Bar says Sparks money line, Cash Cane, Sparks, Timmy Chushu might go over. Cash Cane, I think he's saying that the longer Clark is out, the Fever will come back down to earth. But I don't know. I think they're overall. I think what's happened here is the Fever. The injuries to Clark, she's missed so much time off and on. Maybe they just haven't got it, the continuity together. There's a chance here that the Fever could finish, as high as 3rd place. You look at the schedule down the line; it really seems to favor them, in my opinion. Fever here for Robert. Andrew says the Sparks are pretty nice. They've gotten Brink back. We don't know the true impact of how she'll play. I mean, you'd think she will be a fine player in the league. And, she played well last season before her injury. So we'll see. Let me go over here. That's a high number. All right, next up here we've got the Storm at home taking on the Lynx in that big game. And you see the Storm here favored, right? By two total, 155 and a half, 156 or so. We know no Nafisa Collier, the likely MVP of the league this season. She'll miss the game here with an ankle sprain. So maybe that will be what the Storm needs to get them over here against Minnesota tonight. Now, Minnesota's won two straight. They have split the series, but Seattle covered the spread in both meetings so far this season. The Lynx did acquire Dejanay Carrington here recently, so that was a good move. Try to just what they need, more players. Uh, Seattle's lost two straight. They're 5-10 against the spread at home this season. But man, they look to be in a pretty good spot here, it feels like, in this one. I'm taking the Seattle Storm here in this one. I think that was my play back on the 2-3 zone, but I'm gonna roll with it anyways here. I'm gonna take the Storm tonight to knock off the Lynx. All right, Cash Kane says Seattle on the money line. All right, I guess that's it for the Morning Steam Show. I want to thank everybody for joining me here for a nice time. I know it was a little, maybe I'm not quite 100% today, so I feel a lot better now that we've done this show. Tariq is on the Storm here. Robert likes the over in this one tonight. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the show. And you guys mentioned it, but I'll have some plays, I think, here a little bit later in the CONCACAF Nations League tonight. There's also Champions League qualifying going on as well. 4 games in Champions League and 1 in Europa League today. Some Europa Conference play as well. So hopefully that'll take care of some good sports action here today. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to Cash Kane. Thanks, Robert. I wasn't doing I was a little long. I think my cognitive, maybe I'm a little loopy here today. I don't know what's going on. But, right, Timmy, maybe just stayed up all. No, maybe we had too much sleep, I think is what it was, Timmy. I set the alarm. I did so much work early, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna sleep right until like an hour before the show. So maybe I didn't plan it right. That's it for the Morning Steam, though. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate all the kind words. Let's do the drawing to see who's going to win Ramon's picks. Also, want to mention here real quick, we did do the VB MMA pick show. Here, VB was joined by MMA Jewish bettor. JB joined us this week, and he put some bombs in there, so you better check out VB MMA picks here for this Saturday's UFC card. Middleweights, top 10 contenders, Roman Dolidze and Anthony Hernandez. We've got middleweights this week. You have Dolidze, he's won 3 straight. He's coming in off the win over Vettori. That was a fight night main event back in March. So Dolidze on a roll here with 3 straight wins, but Anthony Hernandez has won 7 straight. The 31-year-old from Dunnigan, California, beat Allen by unanimous decision last time out. And the last time we had Jewish bettor on the show and VB MMA picks, he picked a 43-1 shot with an exact pick of Hernandez over Pereira with the round and method of victory. So check us out over at VB MMA Picks. We picked the last 3 fights of the main card, so we didn't mess around this week. You're getting the big ones. check it out. VB MMA Picks here, and get your UFC week started. All right, let's do the drawing here right now for today and move me aside. Again, the winner gets, 1 month of my premium pick service. That's what we're doing here right now. You can see if you like it or just follow along. If you do win, use the promo code WINNER and it'll work automatically and you'll get 1 month. That's all you got to do. Sign up and use the promo code WINNER to whoever wins this drawing. And, you get 1 month of my action here. See what I'm on. All right, Big O, Tex, Robert, Shannon, Nine Legacy, Dave, Tariq, Nasty Nate, Laker Boy, and it's going to be Shannon Moore, our great friend. Thank you, Shannon. Great to see you there. If you would like 1 month of my subscription service for those late plays, Shannon, just use the promo code WINNER over at winnable.com/Ramon. That's how I do it. Go over there and at winnable.com/Ramon, use the promo code WINNER for 1 free month there. Shannon might already be signed up. If not, I'll tack a month on there. But hey, new subscribers, use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. We were okay yesterday, like I said, in some of those winners there yesterday. But you know what? We also had our free picks. If you want to get signed up for the free picks there, you can. Yesterday we did have, let's see here, in the overnight action, let's see here, what did we have? I'm trying to remember. We had the LG Twins on the run line. That was a winner. I think that's it, actually, on the overnight. Might have taken an L. But please consider checking me out and getting that late action from me over at winnable.com. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, with more morning steam. Also, don't forget, we got Mikey Money coming in here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, with pre-gaming. Mikey gets you ready for the primetime action tonight, including the Major League Baseball and WNBA action. Let's see what else we got here real quick. Fever -0.5 there. Thank you to Irish King here. Andrew K. What's this, Andrew? What's going on here, Andrew? What, am I missing something here tonight? Am I missing some type of international play? I don't know. Blue on the under of something. Thanks, everybody. That's going to do it. Catch you tomorrow, more morning steam. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the